You hear me? Let me know that you can hear me. I'm going to pull up the screen over here. All right. I think we're good. Awesome. Okay, well, feel free to say hi in the comments or over on the chat. Oops. Got to turn off my sound. Hi, hello. Okay, I can see comments on my screen, and then I can kind of keep track on the chat on the computer as well. So, hello everyone. It is holiday season. It is December 23rd. Thank you for being here. I wanted to just, first of all, come on and say happy holidays. Happy holidays. Normally, Thursdays are the days that I post videos on YouTube. And, I was just kind of getting to this place where I was like, I need a little bit of a break. I need a little bit of a rest. The content I had planned for you guys, I just was like, hey, let's talk about it live. Why not? Saves a little bit of editing time, and I get to have a little bit more engagement and be a little bit more casual with you guys. So I was like, let's do a live. Why not? So thank you for being here live. And then for those of you who are watching the recording, every now and then I kind of pop in and do a live. The way that you find out about those ahead of time so you can plan for them is usually I send out an email newsletter. So if you are on the newsletter list, you got a notification earlier today saying that I would be live around this time. So if you want to get on the newsletter list, I did put a link in the description box below of this video. Excuse me. But I mean, it's not really important whether you watch it live or not, but it is sometimes fun to engage in the chat. And then if I can ask questions and we can have have it be a little bit more interactive, I always like that. So I would just want to say happy holidays to everybody. This year has been another crazy, unexpected year. We thought we were through it with 2020, and then 2021 ended up with a whole different set of challenges. And I just want to say, good job. Good job for getting here. It's the end of the year. We did it. We powered through. We made it through the year. And it hasn't been without its challenges. It hasn't been without its, need for guidance and assistance along the way. And, that's why I am here, to hopefully help you in your small business and help you go through some of these challenges, whether it's, a program like PPP or EIDL, or, maybe just questions about a changing tax law upcoming in the future. I mean, I don't know of anything at this very moment that we need to talk about, but, the point is I am committing to continue to show up. I want to be here for you guys. I really love YouTube as a platform. I think it's an amazing place to unite small business owners. And there's a lot of things that we have to still talk about on this channel. So I did want to just tell you, I will still be here in 2022, okay? I'm not going away because some of these programs are shutting down. And I wanted to tell you guys that. And I also hope that you are taking some time over the holidays to kind of step back, relax a little bit, maybe give yourself a little bit of break wherever possible. I know for some of us, the very end of the year is like the busiest time of the year. And for some of us, it's a natural time to kind of take a step back. So whichever place you are, I hope that you just build in some time to relax because you worked really hard this year, okay? So I will just start with that. And then I will say, we're going to move into the EIDL update. Oops. And my dog is going to interrupt. Who else has a dog that hates the UPS man? Oh, it's FedEx. Oh no. Should I mute it? I might mute for a second. Okay, you guys? He's got to have his job is taking care of the UPS guy and the FedEx man to make sure that, those bad guys are are gone. Yeah, I know, totally. This is real life. That's the fun thing about a live. You guys should, I wish I had saved all the clips that I've cut out of my YouTube videos, because my dog, like, either he clip clops over and tries to like check on me in the middle of recording, or, you know, the mailman stops by or whatever. I've had a lot of editing just because of the dog. I should have him come in here. Hey, Finny, come here. Come here, bud. He's gonna come say hi since we're talking to him. Hello, hi everybody. We're gonna have a little visitor. I think he's gonna come in. Come here, bud. Since he's, you know, already here. Hey, come say hi. Come say hi. Come here. Come here. He's like, what are you doing, Mom? Ugh. This is Finny. Hi, guys. He needs a haircut, but this is him. So this is my little troublemaker. But this is Finny. So say hello, everybody. Happy holidays. I had a little reindeer outfit for him, but he did not like it all that much. So yeah, he's not so little. He's like 55 pounds. He's not tiny. Okay. Probably what you guys were actually here for, and not seeing my dog, although I will show you him all day long, is the EIDL update. So EIDL, Economic Injury Disaster Loan. As you guys know, if you've been following my videos, you know that the program is shutting down. The funds are being redistributed from that program into the infrastructure bill. So we did talk about that a little while ago. But I did want to let you guys know that if you have not yet applied, they are still actually taking applications through December 31st of 2021. Okay, so you have a little bit more time if you are interested in applying for an EIDL loan and you did not get one. Remember that you can still apply, okay? And they will be processing applications after the new year. So it's not like you need to get it in and then you know, if it's not approved by December 31st, it's going away. So when the infrastructure bill came out, we were not really sure exactly what that meant for pending applications. But since that time, I've had clients apply and receive EIDL funds. So I'm seeing this in real time. I'm seeing it in real life. It is still happening. You can still apply. So the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, you can still apply. Remember that up to $500,000, you don't have to have any real property as collateral, okay? And then you get 2 years of payments deferred. Interest starts accruing from day one, but actual payments on the loan are deferred. That's the one that you do not get forgiveness. Don't think that that is the loan that you get forgiven. That was the PPP. We're past that. This is the EIDL. It's a 30-year loan. And it's a business loan, and you need to use it for working capital and things directly in your business. Make sure you go and check out, if you didn't already, watch the video with Jeff Grant, who went to prison for misusing EIDL funds. Just to keep in mind, if you have any ideas on that, we don't want to misuse EIDL funds, so make sure you're using it in the right way. I do have other videos on EIDL. If you have not yet taken advantage of it and you weren't sure whether or not you could, you know, it is a program that if you were looking for funding sources, it is a good program. So check it out. You can pay off the loan early. If you ended up taking out money and you haven't used it, remember that it's just sitting in your bank account. If you're not using it, you are still accruing interest, even if you're not actively using the money. So that's just something to keep in mind. I do have an EIDL calculator that is in the resources page of my website. So if you click on, there's a link in the resources section of my website. I put a link in the description box, and you can find the EIDL amortization schedule in that, and that is totally free. So check it out. The other thing that they will be accepting applications for is the targeted EIDL advance, okay? And then they basically said, if you haven't yet applied for the supplemental targeted advance, that if it's past December 10th, you're probably not gonna get it. So if it was already in motion, or you were like reprocessing or asking for a reconsideration, that might still be in process, but they basically said after December 31st, they're not even gonna look at them anymore. If it's not approved by then, you're out, okay? So still open EIDL loans, and then the targeted EIDL advance. And I'm looking at my notes over here. So Any questions on those two things? Let me know, put it in the chat. We can see if we can find some answers here. I do have people and clients who have gotten the EIDL loan and then they've already started to make payments back on it. That's okay. You can go ahead and start to make prepayments. If you are like, hey, I don't even want this anymore, you can go ahead and repay it all together. I actually did that. I have a video on that and how to repay it. And yeah, let's see. Also a note here, it says the SBA will accept and review reconsideration and appeal requests for COVID EIDL applications received on or before December 31st if the reconsideration appeal is received within the timeframes in the regulation. Okay, so it has to be within 6 months of the date of decline for reconsideration and 30 days from the days of reconsideration, decline for appeals, unless funding is no longer available. Okay, I did have a client who actually did get declined and then went back for reconsideration and got the loan. So if you got declined for EIDL and you still want to pursue it, now's the time. Okay, they're not going to take any applications after December 31st. I would get any applications for reconsiderations in before December 31st as well. Okay. Skip asks if there's any chance of EIDL forgiveness under 25K. No, I would not hold out for that. Is the targeted advance EIDL forgivable? The advances are like grants, advances. You don't have to pay them back. So if you got the targeted advance or the supplemental targeted advance or just the original advance way back when they first opened up the program, all of those are just, you don't have to apply for forgiveness. They're just like gifts. Okay. So just, yeah, they are not loans. You don't have to worry about repaying them. All right. If requested and received EIDL increase, can we ask for another increase before 12/31? I haven't seen any limitations on how much you can get the increase for, as long as it's underneath the limits of, when you need collateral to kick in. So like, let's say you got 20 and then you went up to 100 and now you want to go up to 200. I would apply if you need the funds. I haven't seen anything that says, and I could have just not seen this, you guys. It doesn't mean that I'm the law here, but I haven't seen anything that said you can only request an X amount of increases. So worth asking. I would ask. The worst that happens is they say no, and then you're stuck with what you already have. Let's see here. Any other questions on EIDL? I feel like EIDL I've beat to death. So I have other videos on it. I think we're feeling good about it. The real thing is just making sure that we've kind of got it separated. We don't think it's PPP. It's EIDL. It's totally different. Totally different program. Anyone else experiencing lack of a slider bar for selecting funding increase for the EIDL portal? I wonder if that means that you have already hit your max or there's just no slider bar at all. I think I have heard that happen. I guess the question is, did you want less than what I was asking for, or did you want more? They might have changed the process, but when I originally went to go and look for it, I could go from, just a couple thousand all the way up to whatever they said my max was. And so I just slid it down so that it was under the $20,000 mark, which is what I wanted to stay under personally. But yeah, you can call the SBA. There is a phone number. Okay. To increase the original loan amount. It could be that there's a max amount that you were approved for and you already took the max, and you won't be able to be considered for an increase because they've already kind of determined that you're at your maximum amount. So that could be the case there. just because the program increased their limits doesn't necessarily mean that they're willing to lend any business more money. So you're still kind of at the mercy of what the SBA has determined to be enough for you. Now, you probably could go for a reconsideration and see if you get an increase from there. But you probably would have to talk to somebody to see if you could have like more of a manual consideration on why you would need more funding. Because I think they base it off of like your size and then the revenue I think you put in your original application, or based on the number of employees. That's kind of, it's been a little while since I've gone through the application process at this point, so I can't remember exactly what they're basing it off of, which is probably not helpful to you. But that's probably what's happened is you've already met your kind of internal calculated max there. So, all right, well, I'm going to take just a minute and tell you guys what is happening in Clara CFO group for 2022. And then if you have any other questions about EIDL stuff, feel free to put them in the chat while we're just wrapping up here. So 2022 is going to be continuing to bring you YouTube comments here, or YouTube content. We're going to be doing some series on QuickBooks. We're going to be doing definitely more kind of like how to run your business in a more financially stable way. We're going to probably have some HR people come on. You know, a lot of the people who watch this channel are people with established businesses who are, you know, looking to figure out like how to do things better, how to do things in a more, you know, financially sustainable way. You know, really with CFO work that we're doing, we're trying to help people make really good decisions for their business. So going into 2022, we're going to be doing a webinar series once a month, and you'll be able to register for those webinars on our learning page, which is linked below. We're going to do them once a month. They're going to be the first Wednesday of every single month. And so this next month is going to be about the cost of hiring. So I have this like spreadsheet that I actually use with all of my clients, that when they're planning to hire a new person, we plug in all the numbers and we figure out like how much it's really going to cost at the end of the day. How much money do they need to have? What does that ongoing expense look like? What does the first expense look like? Because there's always onboarding costs. And we're going to walk through kind of that concept of planning for a new hire, you know, hourly, salary, 20 hours a week or 15 hours a week, whatever that looks like. It's all variable and it's in the calculator. So that's going to be our January webinar. And then we're going to be kind of working through a progression of different topics. We're going to talk about cash flow forecasting. We're going to probably have an HR friend of mine come on and do employee handbooks and talk about that kind of thing. You know, it's kind of like, how do we move our businesses to the next level? And sometimes these financial tools and some of these other tools are going to help us get there. And so that's what we're going to be working on bringing to you in 2022. All right. So check out those if you are not already on the mailing list to find out more about those. Again, in the description box, get on the mailing list if you want to be. And I would love to see you there, because like the webinars we're able to dive in deeper than what we can do on YouTube, because the truth is that some people only watch YouTube videos for the first 5 minutes and then they drop off. So we're trying to do more things where we kind of have people really committed for the whole content. The webinars are really great because we can get hands-on. I can give you guys work time. We can come back with questions. The last workshop that we did, I actually like gave some tasks, gave people some time to go and work on them. People came back with questions. So it was more interactive, and we were able to like actually bring up like real problems that people are having and go and try to solve them together. Okay. So it's a lot more interactive, and it's helping you accomplish something in the next steps in your business. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. I love the feedback that you guys like the real world deep dives. Definitely going to do more of those. And again, we're going to pull more financials from our email newsletter list for that. So if you're not on the list, get on it. Let's see. Okay. Where can I see my EIDL balance? I used to receive a statement balance, but for some reason I no longer receive it. I made a couple payments and I'd like to see the balance. Okay. You have to probably contact the SBA to get if you want those mailed statements, you probably need to get back on their paper list. You can call them, and I will try to find a link. Let me see if I can find it. There's a phone number. I will try to find it real quick. Pay.gov EIDL loan. See if I can find it real quick while you guys are on. For SBA assistance, how do I see my balance? Here we go. Here, guys. Control C, Control V. Right there. Wait. Oh, too many characters. Hold up. Okay, this is on this page. I just put it in the chat. The number for the SBA balance. Okay, and you can see it on that link and page. Okay. And then let's see. Thank you guys. I'm really excited about what we have coming down the pike for Clara CFO Group and our content in 2022. So, and I love hearing feedback. So if you guys are like, hey, that was super awesome, or hey, that didn't really affect me at all, or didn't really help where I am in my business, you know, I want to hear that stuff. So definitely keep it coming. Okay, if business opens January 9th, 2020, how to show tax for 2019 if the business has been under a different business name in 2019 but the same trade. I think if you've closed a business and reopened a new business, it would be hard to show that. I would call the SBA directly and see if there's any way you can still apply for an EIDL loan if that was what you were trying to do here. You definitely are not eligible for, well, I can't say that. I would contact the SBA. Try the number below that I linked. Stanislav. Okay. Great. I know I'm under my max amount. Will you continue with being on hold with the SBA and see what's going on? First agent had no idea, but said there is no workaround. Huh. Weird. And you tried to apply for more. I would keep trying them. I would try to call back for a different agent. I mean, you guys, we are dealing with the government here. So persistence can be rewarded. I would say that with any of these agencies. So that would be my advice to you. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you for the encouragement and the kind notes. I really appreciate you guys. And, you know, I love the YouTube environment. I love this community that we're building. And, you know, if you want to take it to the next level, we're doing more in the newsletter and then the webinars we're going to have coming up. So definitely check those out, and we'll have a little bit more time and kind of space to actually do more interactive work where, you know, you're actually being able to ask a question and we go through it and we like answer it right there. So that's kind of the next phase of some of this stuff. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Thank you guys. We are 4 miles outside of a low-income region. Has anyone got accepted? Okay. Yeah, I mean, those income lines that they put in for the targeted EIDL advance and stuff, like they're pretty much set in stone. So if you're outside of that limit, you're probably not going to be able to get it. But just so you know, you can try. But I haven't really heard of anybody getting much success. I've literally heard of people like across the street getting it and the people on the other side of the street not getting it. So, you know, those lines are pretty much set at this point. All right. Well, thank you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. We celebrate Christmas over here, so I will say that to anybody else celebrating Christmas. But definitely, we appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. And we will continue to serve you in YouTube and serve you here on this platform. All right. Well, thank you guys. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. Have a great holiday. Yes. Thank you. All right. Bye, everybody.